This wife suddenly discovered a terrifying truth. Her husband had been coming home exhausted lately in the middle of the night, as if all his energy had been drained. Before, she really felt sorry for her husband working so hard. Now, when she heard her husband say he would love her forever, the wife finally understood what this sentence truly meant. But she didn't expose him on the spot. Instead, she spent the whole night investigating someone's information. She couldn't understand why her husband would like this type. The next morning, her husband had regained his energy. She pretended to be calm and greeted him. Watching her husband act like nothing happened while trying to make her happy, her anger shot straight to her head. Her clueless husband even tried to lean in and kiss her, but was instinctively pushed away by his wife. She couldn't help but ask who he drank with yesterday. Her husband hesitated for a moment, and just said he drank alone. The wife still couldn't bring herself to ask what she wanted to say. Her guilty husband didn't know that his wife already knew about his secret outside. At the company, she was restless. When she saw the news reporting that famous actress Jenny had died in her studio last night, she began to panic, because 2 days ago Jenny had come to see her and told her she was 3 months pregnant with her husband's child. But coincidentally, last night she inexplicably discovered Jenny dead in the studio. So she made the worst decision. She left the scene. That evening, her husband took the initiative to apologize, admitting to his wife that he was wrong and would absolutely not drink again next time. Seeing him reflect on himself, she pulled out a pregnancy test and asked her husband to explain. "This is what Jenny gave me. She told me to let you two be together. Don't tell me you don't know her." Her husband tried to stay calm and said he could explain. Then he gave his wife a card. It had a love letter written by Jenny. The letter said, "You've been avoiding me, and that makes me want you even more." It said, "Who told me to fall in love with you at first sight?" Her husband desperately tried to distance himself, saying it wasn't his fault. Jenny had been deliberately approaching him all along. To reassure his wife, he even pulled out his phone to prove that a year ago, he had blocked her harassing number. He didn't tell you because he was afraid you'd misunderstand. But his wife asked curiously, "I saw you go to the obstetrics and gynecology clinic yesterday." Unexpectedly, her husband was even more agitated than her, saying going to the clinic was all because of you. "We've been married for so long and still can't have a child. Do you know how much pressure I'm under?" When it came to children, his wife felt very guilty. If they couldn't have a child, his father-in-law would force her husband to work at the company. Then her husband's lifelong dream of writing novels would be shattered. A night of explanations suddenly made his wife feel very sorry for her husband. Instead, she apologized to her husband. She shouldn't have believed an outsider's words. She thought this matter was over, but the truth will eventually be exposed. Just as his wife was getting dressed, she suddenly thought of the limited edition necklace her husband had given her before. Jenny had also worn the same necklace that day, and said it was a gift from her husband. At first, she thought Jenny deliberately lied to upset her, so she wanted to find it and wear it. But no matter how hard she looked, she couldn't find it. Her husband glanced over and pretended to calmly remind her that maybe she left it at the office. At the company, she searched 4 or 5 times all morning but couldn't find it. Her colleagues were all very curious. Although she entered work mode interviewing guest Mary, unexpectedly Mary gave her an important reminder. Mary had been married for 3 years. For these 3 years, her husband had been incredibly attentive to her. If she hadn't discovered a backup phone at home, she would have been kept in the dark her whole life.